Okay, so up until this point, guys, we had done the base, the planet killer, and we got the light. And after the base, we had done the primary hull, and we had used the paper clips and the coat hangers to make the damaged frame. After the primary hull, we went on to work on the secondary hull, and we gave a little bit of damage to the deflector dish. And after the secondary hull, we did the nacelles. You can see the damage on the nacelles. And now we're actually ready for this final assembly. So we're going to mount it onto the base, kind of like we did for the last model kit that I had done with the base. That was the U.S.S. Enterprise set. So let's put on the glue gun. All right, so really all that's left is we got to take the primary hull and we got to attach it to the secondary hull. You can see where it's going to click in right there. So we're going to use some super glue. All right, had to be careful there for a minute. Okay, so let's wipe out the extra glue. You guys remember the beginning of the episode? Well, when they show the title, it says the Doomsday Machine, and she was kind of tilted forward, and you could see the asteroids going and kind of breaking apart on her hull. With the music, the dun 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 dun. And Mr. Scott actually got her running. The impulse engines we used, and they were actually able to use the phasers as well. All right, so let's think about getting her permanently mounted to the base. So, like I said, I want to mount her a little bit where she's kind of leaning down. And we'll do it to the side. So I'm thinking we'll put her like this. And I had drilled a hole on the inside. We can do it where she's leaning forward like that. I think that looks good. And I had wanted to keep it to the side so we could actually see her, but if we do it this way, you won't be able to see the light. So we'll do it to the side a bit, maybe like that. That would be good. But we need to fill. We're going to put some hot glue into the hull. And we're going to put some hot glue onto the stand. That should be good. Kind of bring her down and put her into place like that. And we'll let the glue harden. Now, I was thinking also, I have the 1/1000 scale of the Enterprise refit, the polar lights, and it has all the Aztecing decals. And I'm thinking of doing the Enterprise after the self-destruct. Took out most of the primary hull, and she was turning, and she was going into burn up into the planet atmosphere of Genesis. I think that's going to be a future project. I wasn't going to do it because, to be perfectly honest with you guys, I didn't think I had the modeling skills to do this. But a passion for the subject and a little bit of creativity, and I think it came out pretty good. So now I'm not going to be as intimidated to do the Enterprise, the refit. And I still want to do the ISS Enterprise. We have to do that. I got to think of something special for the base. So it had a little chance to solidify, and it's still solidifying inside. So that's it. This is her final position on the base. Let's put on a light. Let's check it out. Very ominous. The planet killer bearing down on her. So we're going to let the glue fully solidify, and then we're going to put on a coat of clear coat, and then she'll be finished. Okay, so she had time to dry. The glue has solidified, and she's in her permanent position right now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply the clear coat. The damage is just devastating. It's a wonder that Mr. Scott was able to get her to move, let alone have phaser capacity. We'll give this a little while to dry, and I'll show you what she looks like when she's finished. Okay, so it's had some time to dry, and it's not tacky at all. You can see the underneath, the ship, the underneath of the base. It's got just enough of the coating on where it's going to protect everything. Let's see if you can see the shine. Move the little stand that she was on, and look at the ship. You can see she's nice and dry to the touch now, and all the decals are locked into place. The paint is locked into place. You can see the back of the ship. That's a pretty cool picture. You can see the only thing that I left undamaged are the impulse engines. You guys remember in the episode, Scotty had got them to work. The warp drive was useless, but they were able to cross-connect the circuits for the impulse drive and the warp drive. You can see the port side nacelle. You can see all the damage on the top. The Bussard collector has been blown out. You can see the other one is cracked, and there's a hole in the front. And the primary hull, you get that damage. Most of the damage sustained is in the front. Now, I know the bridge is the high bridge on this. This is for the pilot model of the Enterprise. I ended up going with the high bridge because I was actually going to melt it down. But after I glued it, I decided not to do that. I decided that I would just paint it. So that's why the high bridge is on here, where it's not the production series model. You can see the underneath. Again, it's got that glossy finish. I love that sealant, but I don't have the dull coat. It's just a gloss, and I've got a lot of it, so I'm going to use it. You can see it's all nice and finished. With the secondary hull, don't forget about the damage inflicted on a deflector dish. And the underneath, shuttle bay. And let's light up the base. You can see that kind of flickering. So why don't we go ahead and turn off the lights. Let's see if I can get it nice and dark for you. You can see the ominous glow of the planet killer. You can see the way it's kind of flaming up on her. Just before she gets rammed down the planet killer's throat and it explodes. So let me take you down off the tripod. I'm going to do some, show you around the ship. Actually, let's put the lights back on. I need one of those, like a little turntable. Let me show you around. The first part of the ship that we see in the episode is the primary hull. And again, we used paper clips for the smaller parts of the frame, and we used the wire coat hangers for the outer edge. And then we blackened it out. We damaged the model kit. Show you guys the bottom of the primary hull. Again, I felt really bad doing this to her. The If I would have been Commodore Decker, there's no way I would have left my ship. And he almost destroyed the Enterprise as well, but luckily the landing party on the Constellation was able to get it going. Just enough for a distraction from the Planet Killer. You can see the starboard side, the Sard Collector. It's funny because the silver and the little bits of red on the inside didn't really end up being seen. But I think that came out pretty cool. With the NCC 1017 barely visible. On the other side, it was totally burned out. Show you the deflector dish. That wasn't really cracked in the episode. I just thought it would be cool to make it that way. Spin it around to the back. You can see all the damage. Well, starships are pretty strong, so you can imagine the force needed to do that to this ship, especially through the deflectors and the shields. Come over the damage, over to the primary hull. It's not perfect, but it actually came out better than I anticipated, because I was a little intimidated, because there are some modelers on YouTube that just do phenomenal work. And I was, it's intimidating. I don't want to put something up and look foolish and have it just look totally terrible. So I had wanted to do this a long time ago, but I figured I'd hone my modeling skills until I got just a little bit better and I'd be able to do this. The paint gun made a world of difference, especially with the new compressor that I got. It's absolutely fantastic. And once the paint went on, it went from looking like a model with a bunch of crap on it to a damaged spaceship. So it really brought it out. So we did the primary hull first, and we did the secondary hull, and then we did the nacelles, then the final assembly. We had done the base first. Let me see if I can show you guys the base. And we put the lighting in. We put the power pack on the side so it can be taken out and the batteries can be changed. We're using the quarter batteries. And we painted the wood base, just like the Planet Killer. We did it on all sides. And then we put the maw on the front, or on the top. And we had that fiery furnace inside. And then we had that flickering light. So let's go ahead and put the lights out. We'll be able to see it better. I thought that was pretty cool, because I was going to go with yellow, and I was thinking of white because the inside is like really white hot. And then I was thinking, well, kind of a flickering effect, and then I started looking for the LED flickering LEDs, and I had found these on Amazon, and these are really cool. I mean, I got 30 of these for like $10. You just can't beat the price. So what we did was we drilled out the side, and we made a compartment where we can put in the power pack. Then I drilled the top, and I put a line through for the LED, ran it through the side and wired it up to the power pack. That way there, when we put the switch on, we'll have power. And I thought that glow would be really cool to be glowing up on the ship. That's really cool. All right, let me put the lights back on. And that, my friends, is the U.S.S. Constellation, NCC 1017, as she was seen in the classic Star Trek episode, The Doomsday Machine. Like I said, what I'm going to be doing very soon is I got a 1/1000 scale model of the Enterprise, the refit, with the Aztec and decals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the final flight Enterprise after the auto destruct went off and half of her primary hull was gone. So we're going to do that. And I also have the the ISS Enterprise coming up. I want to do that one too. That's going to be really fun. And I'm trying to think of a special base for that. But my friends, I thank you so much for watching, and I thank you for the kind comments. And until the next video, I'll talk to you soon.